As we celebrate Juneteenth, we honor the role Philadelphia played in getting Black people to freedom, starting with the first African church.
So much history here. NBC10's Jacqueline London is joining us now to share this story. Jack.
Jim and Tracy, more than 70 years before the first Juneteenth in 1865, a freedom church in our own backyard helped set the stage for emancipation.
Heaven.
The actual congregation really takes its roots to 1787, where Richard Allen walked out of segregated pews at St. George's Methodist Church.
Everybody's talking about heaven ain't going there.
Richard Allen then founded the first church for and by Africans in the U.S. inside a blacksmith shop. He called it Mother Bethel AME Church for African Methodist Episcopal right here at 6th and Lombard.
If you look at the obituary, for example, of Richard Allen's wife, Sarah, she is noted as being a friend to the fleeing slave. They had the support of her purse and her network as well.
In 1780, Pennsylvania started the gradual process of freeing enslaved people. And by 1847, slavery became illegal and runaways were welcomed.
On this day, December 29, 1854, Harriet Tubman brought this group of people through Philadelphia.
Still, Dr. Lee Arnold with the Historical Society of Pennsylvania says no one's freedom was guaranteed.
All of God's children gotta roll.
The National Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 basically nullified Pennsylvania's 1847 Act. So slave owners could come into Pennsylvania and take what they believed was their property.
Slave catchers once accused Richard Allen himself of being an escaped slave.
But his fame saved him. Others needed the Underground Railroad to get to safety.
And AME members were an integral part of that network.
Once the Civil War started in 1861, AME missionaries followed Union soldiers to find newly freed Black people and bring them into the church.
I've a good old mother in heaven, my Lord.
Many of them had formerly been part of the white Methodist Church in the South that had a quote-unquote colored section, and they took them in immediately. Our ranks and numbers grew exponentially during that period of time.
On June 19, 1865, the last enslaved people in former Confederate states found out they were freed 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Though slavery ended, a century and a half later, Mother Bethel is still on the front lines.
Judgment, 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 judgment.
So that means showing up in communities where there's police violence. It means showing up in communities where there's gun violence. It means showing up to make sure that all of our schools are properly funded. And so in each particular community, that fight may look a little bit different.
And that showing up is essential. To learn more about Mother Bethel's rich history, and there is so much, you can visit the Richard Allen Museum. It's in the basement of Mother Bethel on 6th and Lombard Streets. Due to COVID-19, the church is doing virtual tours. We put all of that information for booking a tour right on our website, NBC10.com.